You have probably seen images of this impossibly round, perfectly white bird on your feed, and looking at it, it is incredibly easy to assume it's the result of AI generation or digital manipulation, but it is entirely real. This is the Shima enaga, a highly specialized subspecies of the long-tailed tit that lives exclusively on Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost island. It is also remarkably fragile. From its beak to the tip of its tail, the bird measures barely 14 centimeters, and roughly half of that length is just the tail itself. It weighs exactly 8 grams. Put it on a scale, and you'll find it is physically lighter than a standard Japanese 10-yen coin. Nature does not optimize animals for internet cuteness. Every adorable feature on this tiny body is a highly evolved survival tool, engineered specifically to keep it alive in subarctic winters, where temperatures drop to -20 degrees Celsius. This map shows that Tsugaru Strait and Blakiston's Line, an invisible biogeographical boundary isolating Hokkaido's wildlife from the Japanese mainland. Cut off for millennia, the Shima enaga evolved independently to survive a harsher, snow-dominated environment. If you look at the mainland long-tailed tit, it retains thick, dark eyebrows throughout its life. The Hokkaido Shima enaga, however, loses these markings entirely during its first molt, leaving its adult head completely pure white. That blank white face acts as supreme optical camouflage. Against Hokkaido's snow-covered branches, the bird becomes nearly invisible to predators like hawks and owls. Because of their tiny size, these birds have a high surface area to volume ratio. In a freezing climate, that means they bleed body heat incredibly fast. To fight this, they expand their thick plumage into a sphere, trapping a stagnant layer of insulating air against their skin. This metabolic defense maintains a 40 degrees Celsius core, even when outside air plummets below freezing. That famous cotton ball aesthetic is an active life-or-death thermal shield, keeping the bird from freezing to death. In the dead of the Hokkaido winter, insect prey is completely depleted. This forces the birds into a state of hyperphagia, a biological drive to eat constantly just to fuel their intense metabolism. When food becomes desperately scarce in late winter, they turn to an alternative, high-energy carbohydrate source, sapsicles. Woodpeckers damage maple trees, causing sap to ooze and freeze in the subarctic air. The Shima enaga locates these frozen sugar deposits and hovers to lick them, getting a critical burst of calories. When the sun goes down, the temperature drops even further. To survive the night, these highly territorial birds abandon their daytime isolation and form tightly packed communal huddles. This cooperative roosting lets them share body heat, drastically reducing how much energy any single bird has to burn during the deadliest, coldest hours. Keeping this tiny body alive requires highly coordinated communal behaviors and brilliant environmental exploitation. This unique subarctic survivor has also generated a deep human following, starting with the indigenous Ainu people of Hokkaido. The Ainu revered these birds as upasir, or snowbirds. They viewed them as visiting animal spirits intricately tied to the winter landscape. Jump to modern Japan, and that reverence has evolved into the Shima enaga boom, transforming the wild bird into a nationwide tourism and retail mascot. The Kawaii obsession has saturated the market. You can buy Shima enaga bedding, pick up 100-yen plushies, or specialized bird-shaped shrine fortunes. Total geographic isolation created a biological rarity, which in turn spawned an entirely endemic cultural and economic phenomenon found nowhere else on Earth. But there is a fatal flaw in the snow fairy's evolutionary success. All of its extreme physical and behavioral adaptations require a perfectly stable, freezing climate. This graph shows Hokkaido's winter temperatures trending upward, disrupting the precise freeze-thaw cycles required for life-saving sapsicles. Additionally, warmer springs cause a phenological mismatch, where insect larvae emerge early, peaking well before the chicks can feed. The Shima enaga is now a crucial indicator species. Its viral internet-breaking fame serves as a global 8-gram alarm bell for the fragile, rapidly changing forests of the Japanese subarctic.